Could you bow your heads for a moment of prayer? Heavenly Father, I come to you thanking you for who you are. Right now, I ask that you would prepare the hearts and the minds of your people. Take self out and put you in. Heavenly Father, Lord, take all the way the fear and the nervousness right now, Lord. Help me speak your word with faithfulness, clarity, authority, passion, wisdom, humility, and liberty. Lord, whatsoever is not like you, take it out right now. I honor you and glorify you. In your name I pray. Amen. Amen. We see that the theme is women being transformed by God, Romans 12:1-21. But I was led in another direction. So if you could please turn your Bibles to Proverbs 31, verse 10. And we're going to skip down to 30 and 31. And if you could, please stand in reverence and honor to God. That is Proverbs 31, verse 10. Step down to 30 and 31. It says, "Who can find a virtuous woman, for her price is far above rubies?" Verse 30 says, "Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain. But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Give her the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates." You could tell your neighbors, ask this question, tell me, have you seen her?
Tell me, have you seen her?
You may be seated. The book of Proverbs was written by Solomon, the king of Israel. You see that Solomon was the son of David and Bathsheba. He was also what you call a ladies' man. He had 700 wives, princesses, and 3 concubines. The book of Proverbs 31 is simply talking about a virtuous woman. And when I think about a virtuous woman, a song comes to mind. Tell Me Have You Seen Her by the Chillites, released in 1971. It says, "1 month ago today, I was happy as a lark. But now I go for walks, to the movies, maybe to the park. I have a seat on the same old bench to watch the children play. You know, tomorrow is their future, but for me, it's just another day. They all gather around me, They seem to know my name. We laugh, tell a few jokes, but it still doesn't ease the pain. I know I can't hide from a memory, though day after day I've tried. I keep saying she'll be back, but today again I lied. Oh, I see her face everywhere I go, on the streets and even at the picture show. Have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? I hear her voice as the cold winds blow and the sweet music on my radio. Tell me, have you seen her? Why, oh why, did she have to leave and go away?" Now, I know some of y'all know about this song. And he's simply, to my understanding, simply looking for, in his mind, a virtuous woman. But I want to simply pose a question. What is a virtuous woman? According to the dictionary, a virtuous woman is having or showing virtue, especially moral excellence. But as I did deeper studies, I found that a virtuous woman is strength, a result or display of strength. In Proverbs 3:10, it says, "Who can find a virtuous woman?" Let's stop right there. The Hebrew Greek word for virtuous is kai-hil, which is strength, efficiency, wealth, and army. As we look at what a virtuous woman is, we see that in verse 11, the heart of her husband does safely trust in her. That word trust. For someone who says that they trust in you means that they have confidence in you, knowing that if they tell you some personal information, they know you won't go back and tell Sally. But see, some of us folk, not in here, but some of us women, we can't hold water. What I mean is that as soon as we get some piece of information about Jackie, you go and pick up the phone and call Christine and tell her what Jackie then told you. Now tell me, how can we expect to even qualify for a virtuous woman if we can't keep a secret? But it also takes more than trust to be a virtuous woman. If you skip down to verse 12, it says she will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. Now, a virtuous woman will not sit there and complain about everything you aren't doing, but she will applaud you for the things and accomplishments you've achieved. Or let me put it this way. Some of us women have that group of friends who we hang out with on a constant, but all of us have that one friend that every time we accomplish something good, she has something negative to say. She can never congratulate you. That's somebody who won't make the virtuous woman. Now here's the verse I like. Proverbs 31:26. It says she opened her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. Sometimes we as women can't and will not hold our tongue for nothing. What do you mean? Well, I mean, we leave church from praising his name, hooping and hollering, and as soon as somebody cut us off in the streets, we lose our religion. We say every cuss word there is in the book. But if you want to become a virtuous woman who opens her mouth with wisdom, you would think before you speak. You would speak to that church friend even though she talked about you yesterday. You would say hi to your coworker even though she tried to get you fired last week. Have I got a witness?
Amen.
I don't know about you, but to be a virtuous woman, it takes a whole lot more than what comes out her mouth. I don't know about you, but there is this thing with social media where they have Snapchat and they have these filters, and it's the filters that everybody loves. It's a filter that gives your face a glow, a sparkle. But understand, the people will perceive that to be how you look in person. But when they see you in person, you a whole nother person. But I stopped by to tell you that beauty isn't everything. That's right. Proverbs 31:30 says, favor is deceitful. Stop right there. Just because you're favored does not mean that you are a virtuous woman. Understand that just because I'm favored in areas on my body, I can use that to get what I want. Meaning favor is doing what a man wants to obtain some things. Okay, I don't think y'all understand. I will use my beautiful assets that my mama gave me in order to get what I want from a man. Just to get them red bottom heels, or that Dolce & Gabbana, or even that Michael Kors watch, or that $500 Brazilian weed. But favor is very deceitful. But then it goes on to say that beauty is vain. And as I looked in the dictionary, I find that vain is having or showing an excessively high opinion of one's appearance, abilities, or worth. Your beauty should not come from outward adornment, such as elaborate hairstyles and the wearing of gold jewelry or fine clothes. I don't know if you guys ever watched The Have and the Have-Nots. I know my grandma does, and she tells me about it. So, I watched a couple of shows, and we have a young lady by the name of Candace Young who has all the beauty in the world. She has dated high-end men, and she felt like she could get anything. That right there is favor is deceitful. And next we have Catherine Pryor, who has the top-of-the-line clothes and shoes you could think of. That right there is beauty is vain. But then we have a lady by the name of Hannah Young, who is a loving, religious, devoted woman who had a rough past, but became a virtuous woman. She is the one that fears the Lord. And understand that God is not looking for someone who looks fine as wine, because he knows what you are going to look like. But God is simply looking for a woman that fears the Lord. God is simply looking for the one who will put him first no matter what goes on. God is simply looking for the one who is going through hard times but will press her way through. A woman who fears the Lord will lose a job but still trust in him. A woman who fears the Lord will simply lose a car but yet trust in him. A woman who fears the Lord will lose her income but yet trust in him. A woman will lose her best friend but still hold her head up and know that the Lord will make a way. Y'all not listening. But I realize sometimes we as women get so caught up in ourselves. We get so caught up in the people that when we go through issues, we seem to let that deteriorate us. I've been a victim and a perpetrator to that. It seemed like 2018 was going to be a great year. And I faced some obstacles and I almost let it get me to the point where it became a distraction. But then I ran into a scripture, Isaiah 41:10. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. And I've come to find out the hard way that in the midst of all your trials and tribulations, you got to learn to trust in the Lord. forsake you.
All right.
He says, cast all your cares on him because he cares. But understand that to be a virtuous woman is a process.
Yes.
Let me use this as an example. Before you can become a butterfly, it is a process. There are 4 stages. The first stage is an egg. A butterfly life is a very small, round oval. The second stage is the larva caterpillar. When the egg finally hatches, most of you would expect for a butterfly to emerge, right? Well, not exactly. So when the egg hatches, the caterpillar will start his work.
All right.
And eat the leaf they were born onto.
All right.
Stage 3 is the pupa, which is called chrysalis. As soon as the caterpillar is done growing and have reached full length and weight, then they form themselves into a pupa.
Yes.
Now the stage 4 is an adult butterfly. When the caterpillar has done all of its forming and changing inside the pupa, you will then get a transformation of a butterfly. Can I get a witness? I said all this to say that becoming a virtuous woman does not happen overnight. You will go through some things. Sometimes you will lose the very person you thought you would never lose. You will have some sleepless nights. But I'm telling you this for a reason. You will feel like you're all alone. And you will go through 3 stages in your life. The shaking, the beating, and the pressing. And you might have days you don't want to get up out of the bed. You might have days where you just want to throw in the towel. You might have days where you just feel like nothing's working. But I stand by and tell you, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. That even may endure for a night, but Lord, God will come on you if you will bear. And when you're going through the shaking, the beating, and the pressing, then you are ready for your reward. Proverbs 31:31. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. She's done all she can to be a virtuous woman, and now the result of her labor is her best eulogy. The reward. The reward. Tell your neighbors the reward.
The reward.
I don't know if any of you like basketball like I do, but in high school, playing basketball, you playing for a ring. First you got to get through Moore League, then once you pass Moore League, then you go to state. And when you go to state, you pass through state, you get a ring. But in order to obtain that ring, you have to put in 100% as a team. Okay, I only got one, come on. So we're going to go to elementary. You get rewards at the end of the month or at the end of the year. You get student of the month, most attendance, excellent work, and all those of that sort. But in order to do that, you have to put in the work. And you get a piece of paper with your name on it. Okay, let me put it one more way. Anybody has a pet? Some of us have puppies. We give them a reward if they listen to us. Like, come on, boy, sit, boy. Here, come here, boy. And when they've done all that, we give them a bone. But let me pose a question. My sisters, if you want to see the reward God has for you, are you living your own eulogy? What do you mean? What do you mean, Mimi? I mean is, have you seen a woman who can press when things are good and when things are bad? Have you seen a woman who can pray when things are good and when things are bad? Have you seen a woman who will lose sleepless nights to make sure her baby is okay? Women who will go hungry just to make sure her babies are fed. Tell me, have you seen her? I remember at a young age around Thanksgiving, remember mama in the kitchen, aunties and grandmother in the kitchen preparing dinner for Sunday morning all night long. Then they go to bed and rise early for sunrise service. Tell me how you see her. A woman who carried you 9 months and was in labor with you for umpteen hours. Tell me how you see her. A woman who kids did wrong but she still stayed by their side. Tell me how you see her. Tell me how you see a woman who didn't go nowhere, let you go nowhere without any money in your pocket. Tell me how you see a woman who has a broken heart but let God mend it. Tell me how you seen a woman who will give the shirt off her back for you. Tell me how you seen a woman who will do all those things for you. I don't know about you, but I'm reminded of a story about a woman who one day came home to her husband lying unconscious. She rushed him to checking his pulse, and there was no pulse. So she called 911. And while she was calling, she started crying out to God, please let my husband be okay. The ambulance came and they checked all his vitals to find that he had a stroke and went into a coma. So they rushed him to the hospital, and the woman got on her knees in the room and said, Lord, here I am. I believe in your word. I know you to be a healer because you healed the blind. I know you to be a healer because after 12 years with the issue of blood, you touched a garment. I know you to be a healer because you healed her innocently. And right now I'm trusting in you to bring my husband back. So the first day passed and the husband wasn't still responding. The woman never left his bedside. She continued to fast and pray because she knew God was able. And on the second day she woke up to find her husband in the same state. And the woman continued to fast and pray. But on the third day, the doctor started to tell her, I don't think he's going to live. And she said, no, I know my God to be a healer. And I know my God to be a deliverer. And she closed that door and she began to pray over her husband. She started to release all the pain and agony that was inside of her. She released it, and when she looked up, her husband began to move her legs. Then her husband began to move her arms. Then her husband began to open her eyes. And she looked at him and he raised his hand and said, God is good. Tell me, have you seen her? A woman who would put all her faith and trust in God when the Lord is tough. Tell me, have you seen her? But tell me, have you seen a man named Elohim? Yahweh. Tell me, have you seen a man? Jehovah Jireh. God provider. Tell me, have you seen him? The one who was Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Have you seen the one who made the birds and the bees? Alpha and Omega. My beginning and my end. My prince and my peace. My healing in the valley. My bright morning star. Have you seen him? If you're looking for him to be a miracle worker, well, go to John chapter 2 where he turns water into wine. If you're looking for him to be a giver, go to John 6 where he feeds 5,000 with 5 loaves of Hawaiian bread and 2 small baked tilapia. If you're looking for him to be a doctor, go to Matthew chapter 9 where Jesus heals 2 blind men. My God is good. He's a true and living God. I don't know about you, but I want my reward. I want to see the one who died on the cross for my sins. The one who sweat blood and shed blood. Carrying the weight of my sins on his back. The one who dealt with the beatings, the mockings, and the whippings. Have you seen him? Have you seen him? The man who was nailed to the cross. But oh, he stayed there Friday night. He stayed there Saturday night. But early Sunday morning, he rose. And I did a witness. Do you want the reward? Do you want the reward? Oh! If you want the reward, you ought to stand up on your feet. If you want the reward, you ought to stand up on your feet and give the Lord a hand clap of praise. If you want the reward, you ought to stand up. If you want the reward, you ought to start walking. What are you doing right now? Oh, Lord. Greater is he that's within me than he that's within the world. I want to get to my reward. And when I get there, I will hear him say, well done. That's good and faithful servant. It says, I press on